Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club.
It's almost disrespectful to cut off Kendrick's verse at this point. You know what I'm saying? That verse gave us so many. That verse was the catalyst for so many great moments in hip hop. The greatest rap beef of all time is blasphemous to cut that verse off.
Yeah,
but we just did.
But we ain't got no time. Let's get into some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Is it a good morning? Let's recap the craziness that happened over the weekend, and then I'll talk about what's coming up this week. A lot to cover, guys. So former President Donald Trump is gearing up for the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, after there was an assassination attempt on his life on Saturday. Just after 6 p.m., shots rang out at a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, and one of those shots reportedly grazed the former president's right ear as he was addressing the crowd. We do have 2 audio clips from the rally, and I will issue a disclaimer that the audio could be difficult to listen to. So if you have children in the car or are shell shocked, please be advised. Let's hear what happened at the rally.
Take a look at what happened.
Wow. So once given the all clear, Secret Service agents rushed bloody-eared Trump off the stage, but not before he pumped his fist and mouthed the words "fight" to the crowd as they chanted USA. He was taken to a medical facility where he was later reported that he is doing well. Now, the shooter is identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. He was located on a roof outside of the venue. Shortly after he started shooting, Secret Service agents took him from a nearby roof, spotted him, and took him out. Meanwhile, Corey Comparator, a 50-year-old former firefighter, died in the incident, protecting his family from the gunfire. And 2 other attendees, 74-year-old James Copenhaver of Moon Township, Pennsylvania, and 57-year-old David Dutch of New Kingston, Pennsylvania, were shot. They are expected to survive. They are in serious condition. The FBI continues to investigate a motive, which they have not figured out, and the agency is calling on the public for help. Guys, see what happened there?
Yeah, RIP to those individuals that lost their life at the rally.
So many national and global leaders called on people to unite and denounce political violence and sent Trump, thoughts and prayers and well wishes, including former President Obama, former President Clinton, Vice President Kamala Harris, former Vice President Mike Pence, Speaker Mike Johnson, Nancy Pelosi. The list goes on. Ukrainian President even Volodymyr Zelensky, and of course President Biden, to name a few. In a primetime address from the Oval Office, President Biden said there needs to be a lower temperature in politics following the assassination attempt. Let's hear more from Biden.
Yesterday's shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania calls on all of us to take a step back, take stock of where we are, how we go forward from here. While we may disagree, we are not enemies. We're neighbors, we're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we are fellow Americans. We do not know the motive of the shooter yet. We don't know his opinions or affiliations. We don't know whether he had help or support or if he communicated with anyone else. Thankfully, former Trump is not seriously injured. I spoke with him last night. I'm grateful. He's doing well, and Jill and I keep him and his family in our prayers.
So Biden, of course, said violence has not been the answer when it comes to American politics, citing examples including January 6th Capitol riots and the assault against Paul Pelosi, who's Nancy Pelosi's husband. He spoke about resolving differences at the ballot box and not with bullets, saying that the power to change America should rest in the hands of the people and not in the hands of a deadly assassin. He went on to say that he did speak with Trump on Saturday night, and he is grateful he's doing well. He also extended condolences to the family of the retired firefighter attending the rally who lost his life shielding his family from gunfire. Now, an important thing to note that there has not been an assassination attempt in the United States on a president since Ronald Reagan was in office, and that was March 30th of 1981 as he was leaving the Washington Hilton Hotel. What do you guys make of all of this? I mean, do you think it was the media? Do you think it was divisive politics? What do you think?
I think
We look at all of
I
this.
think we have Get It Off Your Chest coming up next, so feel free to call up and get whatever you want off your chest, 1-800-585-1051. I'm reserving all my thoughts about this until 8 a.m. 8 a.m. we're really going to open up the phone lines and have a discussion with the people, but I just want to hear what everybody else got to say for the first couple hours.
That's right. And what we talking about next hour, Morgan?
Yeah, so we'll talk about what's happening this week. The RNC gets underway today. And Trump is in Milwaukee. He's ready and geared up for it.
Yeah, he said he's changing his speech. He rewrote his speech that he's
Yes, he
going to be
did.
speaking on Thursday. So we'll get more information next hour.
He's
Everybody
definitely
else,
going to walk out to 50 Cent Mini Men, though. I just want to throw that out
he's
there.
not walking.
I'm telling you.
I was
not
going to say,
walking out.
when did the jokes ensue? Here we go.
Either 50, I don't think 50 will be there to perform it, but he's definitely going to walk out to 50
think
Cent
so?
Mini Men. I'm telling
What?
you.
And a bulletproof
With
vest,
Amber Rose
a
twerking,
fitted-
right?
I don't know if Amber Rose going to be twerking, but he definitely
He's
going to walk out
supposed
to
to
50
speak.
Cent
He's
Mini
supposed to
Men.
be there, so we'll talk about it.
That's
Many
too.
men.
I'm
They
telling
both
you.
from Queens.
Yeah.
Wish death upon me.
He gonna have a
I'm
fitted
telling you.
on.
Blood in my air, baby. I
I'm
can't.
Hey,
telling
y'all.
you.
Hey, y'all.
All right, get it
Yeah,
off your
take anything
chest.
serious.
You went too far.
800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back in some front page news. What's up, Morgan?
Good morning. Good morning. So what's happening this week? Republicans are across the country are gathering in Milwaukee this week to officially nominate Donald Trump for the presidency. Security has been dramatically heightened, and the Secret Service is confident in their plan following the assassination attempt on Trump's life during a campaign rally on Saturday in Pennsylvania. Now, Secret Service RNC security coordinator Audrey Gibson Cicchino joined Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman and spoke more about security measures. Let's hear more from them.
We've been working on the RNC security plan for more than a year and have been in constant coordination with our partners and the Republican National Committee. During our extensive planning efforts, we have accounted for various security scenarios that may arise, and we are confident in the plan we have implemented for the Republican National Convention this week. We will continue to assess the security environment and adapt our security measures as appropriate. The Secret Service is working diligently with the Milwaukee Police Department, as well as all of our federal, state, and local partners to ensure a safe and secure convention for attendees, volunteers, and the city of Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't have confidence in my team if I was Donald Trump. I definitely wouldn't. I mean, the fact that a 20-year-old pretty much kid came there, people was telling people that there's a guy on the roof with a gun, and the fact that he was still able to let those shots go, and I'm supposed to have the best security team in the country, in the world, nah, I wouldn't have confidence in my team.
Yeah, well, Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman also spoke during that audio where he basically said you can't prepare for everything, but Milwaukee is prepared. He's a black man, just saying. Go ahead, brother. About 50,000 people are expected to descend on the city, and protests are expected outside of the secure area. Police who live, people who live downtown will have to deal with major delays and crowds all week. So convention goers and residents are asked to pack their patience with some understanding this week. Now, meanwhile, back to the shooting, the FBI is leading the probe into the assassination attempt. They, of course, identified the gunman as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. The FBI said he acted alone, although the motive of the shooting remains unclear. They, of course, swarmed his home after the event overnight and found explosive materials. A former classmate described Crooks as a loner who was frequently bullied in high school. Now, multiple reports say the suspect used a semi-automatic rifle when he opened fire during the rally. Speaker Mike Johnson, who says the House will conduct a full investigation. He wrote, "The American people deserve to know the truth," and said they'll have Secret Service and FBI officials appear for a hearing as soon as possible. Attorney General Merrick Garland is also canceling traveling plans for the week to focus on the probe into the assassination attempt. That's according to the Justice Department. Garland was supposed to travel to Nevada, Idaho, Utah, and Kansas to speak at the National Bar Association and speak with local enforcement in local law enforcement in those states, but he has since changed his plans. And of course, Trump was spotted golfing yesterday as if nothing happened. He flew into Milwaukee last night, and it's being reported that he will deliver a different speech than originally intended for the RNC. Now, speaking to the Washington Examiner, he said his original speech was going to be a humdinger, but that a new one is a chance to bring the country together. He went on to say that he has received calls from both parties in the past day. Now, this incident has not slowed the Trump campaign down. In fact, he's already using the fist pump imagery to fundraise. Many people are calling the incident a little distasteful, or at least that a little bit distasteful. Meanwhile, President Biden's reelection campaign, they will resume on Monday night, or excuse me, tonight, after a short break. You know, they're just trying to take a moment. I guess it's like a moment of silence, a moment of solemnness, you know, because of the loss of lives.
What are they calling distasteful? The money shot where he got his fist in the air and the blood coming out his face and the American flag behind him?
The fact that he's already using it as, you know, fundraising imagery. It's already on his fundraising page. I mean, there's so many different things that are being said. You know, people are calling the incident staged. Others are calling for, you know, to denounce these type of narratives and call for unity. That's why I'm curious to see, you know, I'm not even going to hold you guys. We got a big platform. See what we, you know, what we do here.
I told you, I'm reserving all my thoughts until 8 a.m. I will say this about in front page news, just the tone that Republicans set at the RNC over the next 72 hours is very important. Like, you know, they have the power to escalate and de-escalate a lot. And if I was them, I would try to de-escalate, because there is a climate that exists in this country right now where clearly, regardless of what party you are in, you're not safe.
Well, yeah. So, again, Biden's reelection campaign, they will resume tonight following a short break after this shooting. Officials tell The Hill that the DNC will also start back up. Biden's primetime interview goes on tonight, NBC on Monday. Yes, it will mark the beginning of his campaign kicking back into gear. And shout out to the Black Information Network's Vanessa Tyler, who is on site at RNC. And I hope to get some coverage from her today regarding what's going on. See as you mentioned, how that tone is actually set.
Why they ain't send you, Morgan? You could have dusted off your MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? Went out there undercover.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood.
Thank you, Morgan.
You can follow me on social at Morgan Media. And for more news coverage, follow the Black Information Network at Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.